I really misjudged The Dangers in My Heart anime. The first few episodes were filled with weird jokes, cringe dialogue, and unbearable themes, so I dropped it for 2 whole years. When I saw that people were rating this romance show with 8 out of 10s on myanimelist.com, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The second season is now the 48th anime of all time. Like, what? I had to give this a chance, and when I did, it was magnificent. What is to follow is a review of the first and second season with spoilers, so if you have not seen this anime, you have been warned. With Ichikawa growing like a madman in just 26 episodes, The Dangers in My Heart showcased a wonderful coming-of-age story with raw emotions that deeply captivated my attention. Not only was the show funny when it needed to be, it was extremely serious and forthright just when you thought that it wouldn't go there. When Yamada and Ichikawa would be on the train together, she would reach out, hold his hand. When Ichikawa was caught in a lie, he confessed and told the truth and asked for forgiveness. These things are not normal in romance anime. I think that's what draws viewers into this context. It's like if the rom-com MC did all of the things he was supposed to do, even if he was shy or nervous. We learned that Ichikawa is not just a weirdo who has an otaku imagination. He's strong, kind, generous, smart, capable, and an all-around good guy. There's something so pure about these two's love. It's like watching a will they won't they storyline that satisfies all of your sappy cravings until the sweet end. This anime does not hold back when it comes to heartfelt confessions. I like how the characters blush and get embarrassed when truly out of the blue things happen. Like when Yamada confessed that she liked someone else in season 2 to that ladies band guy, or when Ichikawa said he could only see Yamada when he really meant she was in the way of looking at the chalkboard. To get more into the nitty-gritty details, there's this sense of insecurity in Ichikawa that is so relatable. He doubts his abilities, he has negative self-talk that he rationalizes as normal. He even ignores clear and obvious signs that Yamada likes him. However, I have never seen an anime character more analytically accurate. He appropriately assesses situations. He always remains polite and respectful. He just hits all the right targets. He even correctly adjusts after a misstep, but each time it just seems so natural. And the pacing, oh my gosh. Do not get me started on how brilliantly paced this show is. There is a perfect amount of laughter, slow moments, and thrilling stages. It progresses rapidly, and you hardly even notice you are months ahead until you look back and realize that was just a few episodes. There is way more development in these 2 seasons than many romance anime in like 10 seasons. I think that's why people rate it so highly. In our generation, we don't sit around for 100 episodes for one handhold. We'd like to have compact, meaningful journeys. And that's another great point to this anime success. The tension is so thick with 2 C's. Yamada and Ichikawa really like each other, and it's so easy to tell. However, they still want to be friends first and get to know each other. It's like that couple that is really a couple before they even know it. When 2 people really enjoy each other's company, it's beautiful to watch their love unfold. The slow, natural, organic movements of romance and mutual liking are what give us that warm, fuzzy feeling. That can't be manufactured. That can only come about when 2 people have a connection of nervous systems, making them feel comfy around each other. That love is the purest and most admirable. Let's talk about the plot a little bit more though. As Ichikawa realized toward the end of the school trip in season 2, Yamada really wanted to go to that audition for her favorite manga becoming a live-action piece. Ichikawa was surprisingly adept in acknowledging this, and he pushed her to follow that dream. I love that he always supports her. I think that is love at its best. A person supporting another's dream. It shows sacrifice in a way, but more like it's unconditional love. This entire plotline built up a confession. Ichikawa was able to muster the courage to tell Yamada that he liked her. This was a huge step for him, but honestly, it felt very earned. He gave the graduation ceremony speech for crying out loud. He came a long way from the beginning of the series. I do think that his sad boy demeanor was dropped pretty quickly by the writers, and we didn't really focus on that too much. He was mainly shy and just nervous, but it was rarely focused on as an impediment to the story. I liked that, but I felt as though towards the end, they quickly inserted and solved his little socially isolated crisis. Like, yeah, he had no friends for, half a year? And then he got a girlfriend and plenty of friends right after that. I felt it was a speed run of this character is sad, which that's not a bad thing. I love that they focused on telling a good romantic story. It just seemed like they went a different direction than having the main theme of the anime to be loneliness. Once Ichikawa confessed though, Yamada returned his feelings but in a full-blown way. It was honestly very shocking to see a main character girl say, "I love you, will you go out with me?" in such a forward and blunt way. I was shouting, "No way," when I saw that unfold. It was this perfect little ending that wrapped everything up just the way I wanted. No fake outs, no drama, no uncertainty. It reminds me a lot of the highly potent confession of Kaguya-sama. While that anime will always be number one in terms of romance for me, The Dangers in My Heart really elevated itself to legendary status. I finally realized that I was wrong, and this show deserves a high ranking on myanimelist.com. Instead of a poignant comedy with elements of romance, this series gave you a block of romantic moments with subtle jokes and comedic moments tucked away. A truly fantastic ending and an overwhelmingly sweet and sappy story. I give The Dangers in My Heart a 9.5 out of 10.